All right, we're up. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Nerd Culture Clash, episode 30. I can't believe we did 30 of these things, man. um, welcome to Nerd Culture Clash. We got some interesting topics tonight. A little bit of Star Wars news. I mean, everybody's talking about this latest trailer that just came out, and the whole there's some interesting memes that are flying around with it about the whole flying stormtrooper, where they basically have you seen that trailer?
Oh, wait, damn it. Okay, sorry.
What's the matter?
No, audio was on from the YouTube, so it was
Oh, gotcha.
looping. My bad.
You're all right. You're good.
Yep.
But no, the you haven't seen have you seen the trebuchet friggin' stormtrooper?
No.
It's very quickly become a meme. Let me put it to that way. But
well, you already had me at trebuchet stormtrooper, so
yeah. But yeah, let me stop flipping around here. But okay, let me finish my intro here. But anyway, yeah, we have some interesting topics today. But as always, I'm your host, Comic Book Bob. Joining me as always is my co-host for Nerd Culture Class, Tom, the Immortal Cummings. Yeah, and hopefully we will get one or two people coming in here tonight. I did drop the link out so that people who wanted to come in and just talk and chat and say hi, or to join in on the conversation could do so. But we're gonna just go ahead and jump right into it. So unless you've been living under a rock, you know that Elizabeth Banks just co-wrote the screenplay, directed, and produced Charlie's Angels, which was a massive, colossal flop. You would think, considering that failure, she might want to take a step back, reevaluate. Nope. She's already been tapped to star in a big budget version of a retelling of The Invisible Man, obviously called The Invisible Woman, for Universal. So I'll go ahead and jump in on this. Elizabeth Banks is set to direct and star in Invisible Woman for Universal, which is based on her own original pitch. The Girl on the Train scribe Erin Cressida Whittleson, I'm butchering names again, penned the script with Banks and Max Handelman, produced for their Brownstone Productions. The Brownstones, Allison Small will executive produce. Plot details are being kept under wraps, but sources say Banks' pitch is very different from the Invisible Man film coming out in February that stars Elizabeth Moss. So that was the weird thing. I'm like, you're doing that thing again where you're releasing two versions of the same movie, and I'm like, that almost never comes out okay. That almost never works well. And there's no potential, no crossover potential for either film. Obviously, they're being done by different groups. The news follows the announcement that Rocket Man director Dexter Fletcher is helming Renfield, which is a new take on Dracula's henchman, and like Invisible Woman, fits into a new strategy Universal is taking when it comes to its IP. The studio had originally planned on creating an interconnected universe with its vast catalog of monsters IP. However, the studio reassessed and decided to move forward with filmmaker-driven projects based on the monster's legacy, focusing on what made the characters endure over time. Instead of prescribing a mandate that films be part of a larger scheme, Universal loosened those restrictions and open sourced to filmmakers to create their own unique stories. Okay, I think the idea of a monster verse, like a Universal monster verse, was a cool idea.
Yeah,
I think it was a great idea. I just think the execution went off wrong. So I think them abandoning that is a mistake, because I think that could be amazing.
Yeah, because even like this, and that would also be another interesting take to do on it is, a lot of these, a lot of the stories, at least the original versions, had henchmen in them,
right?
Because you had in Frankenstein you got Igor, although Igor really wasn't in the original story.
Mm-hmm.
But you have minor characters that would probably be like Renfield.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a really cool different telling of the story that is from a completely different perspective. It's not just like, I'm going to do my own take on Dracula. And No, but actually
Yeah.
to do the story from a different point of view could be
I
pretty cool.
yeah, it would be cool. I think like you could have like Renfield be like the connecting tissue where he's like the storyteller,
Yeah,
where
the way it
he's
was seen through Renfield's eyes,
right.
which could really get into a bit of the like whole obsessive compulsive kind of thing that Renfield had going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
master. Yes.
yeah, and you could delve into that, and there was so much potential there with the idea of a Universal Monsters like connected universe,
Hmm.
and just because they put the projects in the wrong hands, they didn't, and it didn't go off perfectly. I don't think that's a good reason to just abandon it. I think you're supposed to do it whenever you have a flop like this, or like Charlie's Angels. Let's use Charlie's Angels as an example. You have a flop like that. You're not supposed to just kick your toys into the box and go home.
Hmm.
You're supposed to step back, reassess, and say, okay, where did we go wrong here? How do we
Yeah,
fix
what
it?
worked, what didn't.
Yeah, you don't just scrap the like if you're building a house and one of the walls falls over, you don't scrap the whole building.
Hmm.
Um, as for Banks, look, like her or hate her, man, she's done some decent stuff in the past. I just don't think this genre is particularly for her. Or at least she hasn't shown that she has a real eye for it. Like I said, I watched Charlie's Angels. The cast was not the problem, believe it or not. It's just it was the script, it was the direction and the action scenes. It just it wasn't done well. Um, Now a lot of people are saying that, and like a lot of people are saying that they're rewarding her for her failure. But from what I understand, there are some people are saying that this deal was actually in the works before Charlie's Angels came out. So
So,
it's
well,
very
she might have,
possible.
that she could have been given one of those, studio things of, oh, you want to do this? Do this for us first,
Right,
and then then we'll greenlight your project.
right. And so I mean, I just don't think she's a good fit for this movie. I also don't think it's a good idea to have two movies that are that similar coming out, which basically it's
Post one
basically the
another.
same. It's basically the same IP. It's just a different telling of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What was it you said? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I forget.
Okay, but as for Banks, the multi hyphenated has strong ties. Why do you say stupid? Okay, as for Banks, the multi hyphenated, nobody talks like that. Has strong ties to studio. It's so stupid. I hate people that try to be clever. Strong ties to the studio after directing Pitch Perfect 2, which did go over really well. She most recently directed the Charlie's Angels reboot, which she also appeared in as one of the Bosleys. Which, by the way, I actually went back. Remember, I told you I wasn't sure if all the Bosleys were related or something like that.
Hmm.
It's because, like I said, when I was watching it, there were like whole scenes, whole sections of the movie. I was like, I'm just gonna fast forward this. I'm gonna fast forward that. I actually did go back to find out the Bosleys are like there's a whole bunch of different ones, and they're all different people. Like Michael Strahan, the former football player, he plays one. So it's just not good. Banks and Brownson Productions are represented by UT. I'm not going to read all that jargon, but anyway, I'm not rooting for the woman to fail. I would love for her to I would love for her to take do that. Like I said, take a step back, reevaluate, figure out what you did wrong, and then compensate. You know,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. Um, I don't like we always say, none of us gets a hate check for not liking something. But I don't know, man. It just unless there's an amazing hook for this, I'm not interested. Like I was looking at did you see the trailer for The Invisible Man with Elizabeth
No, I've
Moss?
seen nothing about it.
It's it looks kind of I have to say that it does look kind of interesting because it's if you've read the original story of The Invisible Man, he's not a good person.
Hmm.
Like he's a very bad person. Um and this movie is The Invisible Man is a bad person. So um it looks like could have some potential. It could also friggin' crash and burn. But the idea of having two movies of the same of basically the same genre to me is just a mistake. Speaking of mistakes, J.J. Abrams admits Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker script was on sale on eBay. Okay, so if for anybody who doesn't know about this story, which is it's pretty damn funny actually, the scripts for Rise of Skywalker, the scripts for the story, are there's Frank. What's up, Frank?
Huh.
Nothing works for Banks with Angels movies. You're a Bosley, you be a Bosley, and you be a Bosley. Bosley's for everyone. Yeah, pretty much. But the scripts are kept they're kept very very close to the vest, and the only people who actually have them that are allowed to take them off the film set are like the main cast. And one of them, they haven't said who, but one of them accidentally left the script under their bed in their hotel room. So when the cleaning crew came through, they found it. And knowing exactly what they had, they put that sucker immediately up on eBay. And as you do. Mm-hmm. And the end result is that they had to buy it back. So let's go. So the story is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker director J.J. Abrams admitted that the script for the film was on sale on eBay. In an interview with Disney-owned Good Morning America, Abrams confirmed that not only was the script on sale for eBay, but he had completed the film. Okay, so it is now. It is when does Rise of Skywalker come out?
I think the Friday before Christmas. So yeah, like the 20, let me double check. The 20th or something. 20th of December. See.
Rise of Skywalker. There we go. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker releases December 19th. It is the 26th. So 3 weeks. They are done filming 3 weeks before it ends, which means they have to edit this thing.
3 weeks.
Just yesterday, yes, yeah. So Abrams was asked if the film was done, and he responded, "Just yesterday, it's done. It's done. So now people have to see it." Talk about taking it to the wire. He then explained why the film was going through reshoots through October. This happened last time as well. You see something, you think, oh, that could be a little clearer, that could be a little better. You have the ability to fix a piece, you take advantage of that. I call BS on that.
Yeah.
This happens about 6 to 8 months before the movie comes out. You start doing your reshoots. You don't do reshoots all the way up. The only time you do reshoots all the way up to the last second is if something goes wrong. And we all know what went wrong. The screening came out. The leak came out and nobody liked it. The screenings happened and nobody liked it. After showing off a brief clip of stormtroopers flying through the air on jetpacks, Abrams then detailed how his script ended up for sale on eBay. The actors knew the security is insane. They were really nervous about anything getting out. They only had a handful of scripts and they were printed on crazy uncopyable paper. And then one of our actors, I'm not going to say which one I want to, but I won't, left it under the bed and it was found by someone who was cleaning their place. Okay. Frank and I were actually talking about this a little earlier. I don't care if that thing is printed on uncopyable paper or not. I'm taking pictures of every page of that thing with my cell phone. And then I'm putting that sucker up for sale or something, man. Frank said, I will sell you the script for $1 million in my best Dr. Evil impression.
For $1 million.
$1 million. Abrams continues, it was given to someone else who then went to sell it on eBay. He then notes someone at the company discovered the script for sale on eBay and they were able to get it back. Someone at the company said, there's a script that looks like it's a legit script for sale on eBay and they got it back before it sold. With all the security, you've got to be careful. Now, I wonder if they actually paid the guy for it or something. Or if they basically threatened him like, yeah, we're going to sue the crap out of you if you sell this thing.
Probably a little from column A and a little from column B.
Yeah.
We'll give
But
you this much for it right now, and we won't sue you or put you in jail.
here's the thing that
Okay.
I'm wondering though. There's a bunch of stuff on Reddit and whatnot where they're saying that the people who got this thing actually did put out some of the stuff that was in it. So
Hmm.
yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of research into what was in it, but yeah, that's not that's kind of funny actually. It's um yeah, dude, like I said, man, they've managed to kill any anticipation for this film in me. At this point, I'm just kind of like, just let it be over so we can move on to something else. Mandalorian is pretty like, I'm enjoying the Mandalorian. I think it's a good show. It's a good show. I'm hoping it doesn't drive off a cliff. But yeah, I honestly I don't care anymore. It's gonna make $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
It's Star Wars. It's gonna make people are gonna go see this just to see if it's as bad as they think it's gonna be. Um, I don't think it's gonna be unless we're completely wrong and we've been completely swerved and it ends up being awesome.
Yeah,
Which
possibility.
I would absolutely love if that was the case. Um, I don't think it's gonna be the monster blockbuster they want it to be. I think a lot of the fandom is just done. But yeah, I'm not rooting for it to fail. I'd love for it to be great. But J.J. Abrams, he's never been able to end anything right, so um, he's not renowned for his ability to close the deal.
Your favorite director.
Yeah, and here's the thing is I actually don't have anything against the guy or anything. I'm like, okay, you know, that's just kind of the way I feel about him. And like, all right, J.J. Abrams, great. Don't screw it up. And try to stick the end. Try to stick the landing, man. Um, but moving on. Stargate tweet storm date and time revealed by producer Joseph Malozzi. I have no. That is the worst title. That read this title and tell me what this guy's trying to say. Stargate tweet storm date and time revealed by producer Joseph. That's missing a few words. Anyway, Stargate producer Joseph Malozzi revealed the date and time. See, revealed the date and time for the upcoming Stargate tweet storm to encourage MGM to greenlight a new Stargate series. Why isn't that in your title? It's just like, look, the people over at Bounty in Comics, man, I love you guys, I really do, but man, that title is broke. Malozzi had previously indicated the tweet storm would take place on December 6th and confirmed that would be the date. On his blog, Malozzi wrote, "Save the date. There's a big Stargate tweet storm a brewing Friday, December 6th at 2100 EST, 1800 PST. Check your local time." Okay. I'll be honest with you. I don't want a new Stargate show. I want a return of Stargate Universe. Stargate Universe ended on a cliffhanger, a really cool cliffhanger. Stargate Universe was a show that didn't get its due. I don't know that I want a completely new Stargate show.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah,
Um,
that's pretty much when I stopped watching it.
yeah, Stargate SG-1 was great up to the point where um, Richard Dean Anderson stepped away. At that point, it started to go downhill. Um, Atlantis started off okay, but it just got weird.
Yeah.
Because it was trying to be too much like SG-1. But Stargate Universe was completely different. Stargate Universe was like a combination of Star Trek Voyager and Battlestar Galactica kind of mixed together in the Stargate universe. And I really liked that show. I thought that show was really cool. And like I said, it ended on a cliffhanger. So Malozzi also shared details that former SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, and Stargate Universe co-creator, showrunner, and executive producer Brad Wright has already been having preliminary discussions with MGM about a new Stargate series as far back as late 2018. Okay, I remember reading something about that. In a follow-up post, Mosley also detailed that why he's so optimistic this tweet storm will work. He points to the last one he led being successful for several reasons, most of which I've already outlined, but for one reason, almost no one has noted the last tweet storm worked. No, it didn't immediately result in a new series, but I believe it did get the ball rolling in that direction. Okay. Stargate Universe was canceled on December 6th, 2010. Its final episode aired on May 9th, 2011. Years went by without any word regarding a new series. And then in March 2018, Stargate fandom launched an enormous tweet storm in support of a new in-canon series. I don't want a new in-canon series. I don't want a new series. I want a continuation of Stargate Universe. That's what I want.
Finish what you started.
Yeah, I think there's much more to be gained by doing that than completely retconning the whole series.
Yeah.
As for how the tweet storm will work, Malozzi revealed that they will be using a dedicated hashtag. However, that hashtag will only be revealed 15 minutes prior to the commencement of the tweet storm. Okay. So that way they know exactly, like, this is part of this collective that we're doing. Not going to reveal in advance. There will also be a video tutorial to outline everything. You need a tutorial on how to use a hashtag?
Well, I mean, quite frankly, I have no idea. So
you just put hashtag whatever it is, and that's it. I mean, if Art T. Bear can do it, and Art T. Bear taught Jesus how to tie his shoes. That's how old Art is. Okay. If he could do it, then anybody can do it. Are you ready for the Stargate tweet storm? Do you want a new in-canon Stargate series? I would love for Stargate to come back, but like I said, I want a continuation of Stargate Universe.
Yeah.
Them doing a completely new show is too much of a chance to screw things up.
Yeah.
At least that's how I feel about it.
Well, yeah, that's kind of, my big show is Babylon 5, and I would love for them to continue Crusades, or they could even reboot Crusades because it's been such a long time. You just redo the first season and then continue. Would be nice, but I would just love to see a cleaned up, remastered version of just Babylon 5.
Oh, Babylon 5 with new digital effects.
New digital effects and just clean it up. I mean, because
kill some of the filler.
A little bit. I mean, every story gets slow from time to time, but especially in a 5-year series. But yeah, I'd love to see, maybe add another minute onto each space battle, get a little more into that, get some, update CGI on the ships. That'd be,
Dillard draws.
That'd be good.
He's talking about the RT Bear thing. As Dillard's like, do I put a space after the pound sign? Where's my hearing aid? Get off my lawn! Where's my candy? Are you my son?
Kids.
We give Art so much crap, but he takes it all in stride. I love that guy. I love RT Bear, and I'd love to get him on this stream and just talk to him about some of the stuff that guy has so much comic book history locked in his head. Because he's done everything. He's worked with everyone. He's been everywhere. I might actually ask him one of these days if he'll come on, so I can just pick his brain, because he's that guy is cool as hell. John's cool as hell too. John, I wouldn't mind having John on here just to talk about stuff, but no one. I drop the Hangouts in my Twitter and my Facebook all the time. No one ever comes on here. They're like, oops. They're like, we're gonna go on there for. We got better things to do. It's like, that's like scraping crap off the bottom of my shoe.
Got Dylan and Frank.
Yeah.
And 3 other people.
That's cool. Hey, everybody that's here, I appreciate every single person being here.
It's the ones that aren't.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's like I said, man. It's kind of hard to do a show when there's only 2 people talking. And we always want to talk to everybody else, because I'm always interested in what everybody else is thinking about some of these things that we're looking at. But yeah, and I've put it out there time and time. It will eventually get to the point where people will start coming in here.
Yeah, cool.
But all right, moving on. Enough of my pity party. So Godzilla vs. Kong release date pushed back 8 months to November 2020.
hopefully that's good news
Yeah,
if they're
I'm hoping
doing it right.
so. I'm a little concerned. The last Godzilla film, it didn't it didn't open very well. It did do halfway decent. Um, it did. I think they thought, yeah, it earned almost $400 million globally, which isn't great. But again, it's one of those things where
Oh, poor
it might have
Dylan.
been. What happened?
He's like, I would love to come on, but I never know anything. But I never know anything about what you guys are talking about.
Dude, come on and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Like literally, we are winging this.
Yeah, we'll fake it.
Well, yeah, we are really good at faking it. We're faking it right now.
Now,
So, um, like usually we only have like one or two things that we're even gonna talk. Like we're definitely gonna talk about, and everything else is just what's in the headlines.
yeah, what comes out? Yeah.
But yeah, and like I said, anybody who wants to come on here and promote a book, anybody who wants to come on here and just shoot the shit, just let us
Oh,
know. What's up?
link to Dylan.
Link?
Yeah, he
Okay.
says, "I'll come on. Send me a link."
Hang on a second. Copy that again, even though it's in my Twitter and in my Facebook.
So, anyways, I can't believe we were distracted off of a Godzilla. Doesn't usually work that way.
Yep.
Godzilla usually works his way into other things.
Yeah. It's but anyway, yeah, they'll have to wait a little longer to see Kong and Godzilla duke it out on screen as Warner Brothers and Legendary's Godzilla vs. Kong has been pushed back 8 months from March 13th, 2020 release date to November 20th. Um and like you said, I'm hoping this is good news. Um, Adam Wingard is at the helm of Godzilla vs Kong, which stars Julian Dennison, Brian Tyree Henry, Alexander Skarsgård, and Damian Bircher. Alexander Skarsgård being in this is pretty cool, interesting. Um, he he hasn't really done anything since he was in that Tarzan movie. He was in
Oh,
that.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I never saw that.
he was real. No, I didn't either. He was really big in True Blood, and then he was supposed to do. He was actually one of the people they were looking at to play Thor at first,
Okay.
which is interesting because Dr. Selvig is actually his dad in real life, but then that kind of fell through, and he hasn't really done a whole lot of anything. I mean, he did that one movie. It was like a home invasion movie, like the local rednecks are coming to kill everybody, that kind of thing. But he hasn't really done much of anything. So it'd be interesting to see what he does in Godzilla vs Kong. I'm hoping they, because here's the thing about these movies. I still think they haven't found the right mix, the right level of monsters and humans.
Yeah, they got better at the last one.
Yeah,
Um,
the problem with the human story in the last one, it was stupid.
yeah, I mean, it will. I won't say the well. Gotta get my words here. Okay. I won't say that the story was stupid,
I
but
do.
even like the Japanese movies where your plot has to follow. It's a Godzilla movie. Your plot has to follow Godzilla.
Yeah,
If it's all about, oh, our family dynamic, you know, that has to take a second seat to monsters fighting. That's what these movies are. That's
yeah.
that's what people go to see. And when, especially in the first one where it's like, oh yeah, the monsters are fighting. I can't really tell which one's which. Softly kind of dark and grainy, and
Oh,
I
and
can't
the first
see
one,
anything.
yeah.
But
Which they did fix in the second one.
yeah,
It was much easier to tell who was fighting who in the second one. I have
a
heard
couple
some people
battles
say,
even took place in broad daylight.
yep.
Go figure.
Um, I like the fact that they brought in some other recognizable monsters. Although some people did say that they didn't like the fact that Godzilla kept getting the crap kicked out of him. But I'm like,
Mhm.
every Godzilla movie where he fights King Ghidorah, he always loses first.
Yeah.
he always gets beat up in the beginning, and then at the end he comes back and he stomps him.
Right. I mean, seriously, so many Godzilla movies, you could just switch out the monsters for humans and have it be the WWF.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
It's that's what it is. It's a grudge match.
yeah, every Godzilla is a grudge match. It's just
It's
and
he's
and
like, this is where I stomp around and break my stuff. You're not allowed to come in here and stomp around and break my stuff.
and then and quite literally one of my favorite, actually my favorite Godzilla movie is the one where the news helicopter is filming the fight between Godzilla and was it uh,
Is it destroy?
Bogora?
Is it
Uh,
Destoria or which one is
no,
it?
no, no. The one where he fights Mothra and King Ghidorah, and
Oh, that's the
it starts with a B. It's like
Bagheera.
not not Bagheera, but that's the cat from Jungle Book. But
Baragon.
something like
Baragon.
Baragon.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. You're talking about the Tokyo SOS.
Yeah.
Yeah, where
So
he got possessed by the spirits of the dead people
of
from
the
World War
dead, yeah,
II. Yeah,
yeah.
the,
Because that
the
one,
the
yeah,
first Godzilla where he actually looks at the people running and smiles and kills them all.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that one, there's the scene with the guys in the helicopter that are, broadcasting the fight live, and he's announcing it just like it's a wrestling match. He's like, "Oh, Godzilla's got him in the gravel pit, and he's
All right, so
stomping
I
on
just got
him."
here. You're not even going to acknowledge that I got here, or what's going on?
Oh my
Oh,
god, dude!
we have a guest.
Everybody,
What's up?
welcome for the first time. Welcome, Mr. Dillard
For the first
Draws.
time, for the last time.
For the first time, for the last time. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Time to put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner, boy.
But are you a Godzilla fan, John?
No.
Well then,
I just hopped right in and know nothing about what you're talking about.
John's like, yeah, I'm here. It's also I don't care about any of this.
No, I like Godzilla. I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Did you see the last movie?
No. And I really wanted to. I even had a date set up with my nieces and nephews. We were all gonna go watch Godzilla because it looks super cool, And nope.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. You know what? It's the kind of movie that it was fun to go see it in the in IMAX for the monsters, like the monsters and stuff, like, and then just the sound and everything. But if you're going like we did when we did our review for the movie, if you like Godzilla, you were gonna like the movie. If you weren't a big Godzilla fan, you weren't going to like the movie because the human story is absolutely crap. It's some of the dumbest. It's the motivations for God, what's her name? When they played the mom, I can't remember, Vera Farmiga, or I always mispronounce her name, but the motivation for
she was that impactful, was she? Huh?
Yeah, her motivation for doing what she did is so stupid. You're just like, you're gonna kill half the human race because your kid died. It's one of those things like the way she rationalizes doing what
think
she
about
does.
that selfish black lady in that Iron Man movie where she goes and corners him and tells him, oh, you killed my kid. We should disband the entire Avengers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
What was that about?
That was, the interesting about that was they were trying to play up the whole because they didn't do the Stafford angle, which the Stafford angle would have been a much more powerful situation because it happens right in the middle of the United States and in like this town where all these innocent people are, and
dude, or even go a step further, make it a conference of that's how it happened. Genius children of the world came together for a conference. You know what I mean? And it got blown up. Something like that.
Well, the way it happens in the comic is it's not just her. They actually trot her out, like the government. See, because the whole thing is in the comic book is the government uses that to try to take control of the superheroes. You know, and one of the things that they do is they trot out all these people who lost family members, and she's one of them. So, and basically what happens is they corner Iron Man on television. They corner him and they're like, what are you going to do about it? And this was just in Marvel was just basically Tony Stark's guilty conscience.
Yeah.
And again, it came down to Tony Stark actually being kind of selfish because it was all about him again. It was about, I'm having trouble sleeping. Well, why don't you talk to us about it? No, we have to do things my way. We have to fix things. It has to be like this. And it was like,
yeah. Like what happened was like Tony Stark. He's great. He's fantastic. Robert Downey is fantastic as a character, but because he was the the progenitor of the whole series, and they gave him way too much weight, dude.
Yeah.
Like, stop giving this dude. I mean, essentially he's sugar daddy. You know what I mean? Like, you leave the decisions to Cap. Stop trying to make this guy the most important thing in the world.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that they really didn't do very well in the movies was. Tony realizes about halfway through the original Civil War storyline that he's wrong, but he's so invested in it, it stops being about doing the right thing, which is what he started out doing. He was trying to do the right thing, but it stops being about doing the right thing. It starts being about winning.
Yeah.
And it's at that point at the end, and then in the storyline where Cap gets killed, that he realizes, oh, I'm the bad guy. I was the bad guy in this. Whereas in the movies, they don't do that. And it loses a lot of the weight from that storyline.
And it's not like these stories are happening in a bubble. Like Cap has a reputation that precedes him everywhere he goes.
Right.
If you walk down the street, you turn the corner and you see Captain America fighting somebody, you're automatically going to assume this guy's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Captain Goddamn America.
Yeah.
Come on.
America. And I'm proud to be American. At least I know I'm free.
But you gotta walk into the room because people, talking about earn respect. Right? Cap's earned respect. He's earned your trust. You got to walk into a room giving him the benefit of the doubt, no matter what it looks like at the current moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that was one of the things that I felt kind of fell flat in the Avengers movies was like, what, nobody's gonna listen to Captain America. Like the dude who's literally like the standard for everybody else. But it's because
he's a stand-in for the moral compass.
Right. And it's like, and I that was one thing about that movie, because Civil War was my, not Civil War, but Winter Soldier is my favorite of all the Marvel films. But that was one of the things about Civil War that I didn't like was they took that line from him and they gave it to Sharon Carter.
Yeah, they did.
They took that line from him. I'm like, no, dude, that line has to come from Cap. Because
the thing was that then that little blurb that came right after that line where Spider-Man says, "Can I carry your books to school like forever or whatever?"
Yeah,
like
I love that
was
dude.
What everybody was thinking before Spider-Man even said it.
Yeah,
when he was given that speech,
And Dylan's got a couple.
How dare you take that away from Captain America? Son of a.
What'd you say?
Said Dylan's got a couple fans checking in.
Joshua Hughes heard John Dillon was here, model 316. What the hell is John Dillon even talking about? Dude, we don't know anything what we're talking about. Like I said, we're literally faking it up here.
It was Godzilla. We're on to the Avengers. Who knows what's next? Did
you guys like that Terminator film? It's just
which one?
What comics do you read today, guys? It's like literally we're just winging it up here. But Tom did have a book.
I sat down, didn't even read my soda. I'll be right back.
All right, fake geek girls. Yep, that's exactly what we are right now, man. We are fake geek girls. We are going through the motions. But actually, what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, I actually did that last week though. I talked about Curse of the White Knight. Kick Dillard. Flit Armorant says Kick Dillard. But no, like I said, they don't really give a reason why they're pushing this movie back. I'm hoping to God that it's not a bad thing, that they didn't run into some kind of an issue.
Well, even if they ran into some kind of an issue, they're fixing it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's what it is if there was an issue, or if they're like, oh wait, let's take this in another direction. Okay, go with that. But if it's just like, we got some super cool stuff that'll no, stop that. Just stop.
Yeah, let me find that trailer. I want to tell you. I want you to see this, dude.
Is there a trailer for it?
No, I'm talking about for the new Rise of Skywalker film clip. Okay.
Oh, with the flying stormtroopers?
Yes, dude, you got to see this.
Just remember, I'm on an 8-second delay for my visual thing here.
Okay,
so
okay, yeah. Hang on a second. All right, so one other thing too is, what the hell happened to their speeders, man? They went from having hover technology and now they're using treads.
Hmm?
Can you see it now?
Yeah, well, yeah, I can see them on the treads. Yeah,
It's like
maybe
we're
it's
going
making,
backwards. Okay, but okay, you ready for it? You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Okay.
But I'm on a delay, so
Why is Ray using a gun? She can literally throw boulders. Look at this. It trebuchet him up. and they have the stupidest line. They're like, it's that Joss Whedon humor where everybody just keeps repeating the same joke over and over, over and over and over again. It's like, look at his face. He's like, you know what that is? That reminds me of, remember those blaxploitation movies? And they always had the old pimp like, what the hell is this going on? Look at his face. But they keep, all of them keep repeating this line like, they fly now, and then like, what, they fly now, they fly now, they fly now, they fly now, and it's like, what the hell? It's like, inspired, you know? It's so stupid, and it's like,
what are we laughing about? I want to laugh.
We're talking about that clip from Rise of Skywalker that just came out, where they trebuchet the friggin' stormtroopers off the back of the speeders. Have you seen
the
that?
whole catapult? Wow, that was.
Yeah, watch this.
That was bad.
All right, I'm gonna. Yeah, hang on a minute. Let me white screen myself here. Oh my god, dude, it's so bad. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see your OBS camera. There we go. Start. There we go.
Oh, Finn is starting to look like that black lady from Ghostbusters.
That's actually. I was just saying that scene reminded me of that. Remember those old blaxploitation films where where yeah, it's like it's always like the old guy who's like, what the hell are you doing? What is this jibber jabber you talking about? Okay, hang on a second. Let me white box myself.
I don't think anybody says jibber jabber except for Mr. T.
Yeah. I say what the hell I want. You shut up.
I'll do that.
I'll put it in the food. All right, let me get back here where I can play this stupid video. All right, watch this. This is first off, they're on treads. It's like Ray can literally pull half that mountain down on them. What is she doing with a blaster? Watch this. It's literally, they're literally cannibal. Let me see if I can look at it. Look at Finn's face. Oh my god, dude, this thing is. I swear to God, this thing basically broke the internet. This movie has broken the internet. I don't know how many times, like 3 or 4 times. And every time
they had Finn shucking and jiving through the whole city.
Yeah, I'll take that lightsaber right there, the one that says "bad mofo" on it.
I would say this is Finn's. Say what again?
Tom, did you see JoJo? Dope, dude. JoJo Rabbit was so good. You didn't see it yet?
I have not seen it yet.
Dude, you need to go see that movie, man. I can't believe they got, like I said, man, I can't believe they got that movie past the censors. It's literally a movie about a little boy in the Hitler Youth.
Yeah.
And it's one of the funniest movies I've seen all year. Did you happen to see that, John?
I don't watch stuff.
John's like, I don't get out. I work for a living.
Dude, I just came off a 13-hour day right now.
Oh, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. I'm about to go into one. I'm going to be working 12 to 14 hours for the next 5 days, including the holiday. It's going to suck.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's because I work with groceries, so it's like this whole entire season is going to be 12 to 14-hour days.
Yeah, my buddy Frank is he's actually in the chat right now. He's a restaurant manager. And my mom was asking, was like, "Are you off on Thanksgiving?" And he just looked at us like, "You're cute." It's like, no, I get to go deal with every backward podunk kid sticking their palsy hands and everything.
It's like asking for Father's Day off when you work at Home Depot.
That's pretty good. Model 13, you just won the award for the best comment for the day, man. Finn shucking and jiving. But then they do this stupid thing where they basically, that like that Joss Whedon humor, like I was saying, where they repeat the same joke over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, they can fly now. Oh, they can fly now. They can fly now. It's like, this movie's. I don't want to hate this movie. I really don't. But so much of what we've seen of it is just, it's. Is
this a new trailer?
This just came out yesterday.
Oh,
it's a clip. It's a clip from the movie. Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, I hope it. I don't even know where the hell they are.
They're in Utah. Is it? It boggles my mind how they have this. You can make any kind of world, any kind of planet, and they always go back to deserts and forests because everything else just looks so damn fake unless you put so much money into it that it just bankrupts the movie.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like, are there no other types of planets on this, in this universe? It's kind of like the every other episode of Star Trek, back to the original series. They just had the same rock. They just kept painting it a different color.
Dude, what was that movie with Mark Wahlberg? Was it Mark Wahlberg? The one where they had that moon that constructed that flying in orbit like a utopia that everybody wanted to get to.
Oh,
you're talking about that was with Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, there you go.
Yeah,
like that right there was so. And now I've seen stuff like that before in art and stuff, but it was so new and crazy looking. Like it gave me nightmares. I kept having like, it was so awesome when I saw it with the with the atmospheric perspective and all that stuff blocking out, and you could see just a piece of it in the sky. It was so damn cool. Do something like that,
Yeah, see, that's the thing about Star Wars. Is Star Wars, it's a universe. You can literally build anything you want.
Whatever you want, yeah.
And then that's like that when Kathleen Kennedy recently, she made that stupid comment where she's like, well, one of the problems is that we didn't have any source material to pull from. It was like, you literally had decades of source material to follow. You didn't even have to use it all. You could pick and choose whatever you wanted. You owned it. You could literally make.
You literally have scores and scores of people that grew up with Star Wars and have their own ideas and fan fiction and all this stuff that you can glean from, even if you just throw away the old canon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much cool stuff that can be out there. It's this tired ass story.
It's just an excuse for and they have a new one like 4 years ago. They literally the reason why they said they got rid of the extended universe, what's known as the legacy universe now, is they didn't want to be hamstrung by it. Now you're saying that you weren't able to come up with anything because you didn't have anything to build on. So it's like you realize, it's like, oops, it's like you realize how hollow that rings.
No, but the thing is, I have this. I think I don't even know if it's a theory. It might just be common sense, but it's almost like you've heard the phrase "too big to fail."
Oh yeah,
this is now too big to be successful.
Oh, Star Wars? I think that's the reason why they made the decision after this. They're going to shelf this thing for a while.
Yeah, because everything they do, that's something that's this big, something on this size, this grand, it has to be done by committee.
Yeah.
So they can, because they cannot take a financial loss on it. They can't. And so
by doing such, they get a financial loss.
There you go. Yeah, it's just too big to succeed.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you don't have it's kind of like why the DC universe has failed versus the Marvel universe. If you don't have either one person with a clear vision in mind, and you stick to that and you build on that, if you try to do this thing where you just try to pick and choose and you try to stumble your way through something like this, you're gonna fail.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that really gets me too is the fans of this particular genre of Star Wars. They're so forgiving if you're just honest with them. If they just came out and said, listen, we realize we screwed up. We tried something different. We tried something new. It didn't work. We're gonna
look at the difference between episode 1 and episode 2.
Yeah,
like, clearly you can't, and it has to be a small handful of creators doing it.
Yeah,
you can't do it solo. We saw what happened on episode 1 when you let Lucas do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But you have that small group of people that are being creative and checking each other without the umbrella corporation telling you what you can and cannot have.
And I genuinely think that a lot of that comes from the fact a lot of what happened is they tried to do everything by mass committee, and they're like, how can we want all the toys we could possibly get. We want all the products we could possibly get. We want, they didn't go into it thinking build something good first, and then all the other things will come off of it.
Well, and the one thing that they really kind of lost touch with, I mean, one thing that was really good about the original Star Wars, it's a simple story.
Yes.
It is not complex at all. And it's pretty much just good versus evil. There is almost no nuance whatsoever in the original Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
These guys are good, these guys are bad. Bad guys lose at the end, at the last second. They pull it out of the good guys pull it out of their ass, and
yeah, it's the hero's journey.
Right, and a very simple one too. And then they start with, go back to episode 1, and we're going to start with, somebody that has a tragic ending-ish at the end, however you want to put it. He ends up as Vader, and it was just kind of, you weren't there to go along for the ride. It was more like being, when you're 6 years old and it's Sunday morning and parents are like, time for church, let's go. Like, I don't want to go. I want to just sleep in.
It's and I think that's a fundamental reason why so many people didn't like Rey. It's not because of the person that's playing her. It's because she didn't go on the hero's journey. That simple story like we talked about. She didn't start at the beginning, work her way to the middle, and then go to the end. She started at the end from the start.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, her face, dude, pisses me off. She's so relentlessly upbeat, and she has this face. It looks like somebody grabbed both sides of her face and just pinned it to the back of her head. She's always her eyes are always just massively open, and like she has some sort of a deep understanding of your thoughts and hopes and fears and stuff, but she doesn't because she's stupid, dude. When she opens her mouth, it's just stupidity.
Let me look into your soul. But no, man.
Do you guys have kids?
I do not.
Yeah, I do.
Tom does.
It was like I remember I was walking in the hallway one day and I feel something on my leg and I look down and my kid's looking up at me with this big wide open eyes and big open smile and just sitting there, just standing there looking at me, wanting nothing, just a blank expression, expressionless, big open bug-eyed face. It's unnerving. It's creepy, and that is Rey all day long in this movie.
Well, similar story. I had actually a niece do that to me, and then she bit me.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't know because psychopaths don't show expressions on their face.
She says, "Is your niece a cat?"
Possibly part.
Say, "Oh, I love you. I love you."
Yeah, she just came up, grabbed me around the leg, just like hugged really tight. She was like, I think 4 at the time. And I mean, I had a bruise like as big as my hand on my thigh. And it's like, I can't kill my 5-year-old niece. I can't. I'm walking away. I'm limping away. So,
my God,
I'm so passive aggressive. I'll wait for them to they'll be playing around. When kids run around and they step on your feet or something like that. I'll make sure they have all their weight right on my foot. Then I'll shoot my foot back away, and they fall violently. And I'm like, "Oh, are you okay?" But inside, I'm like, "Yeah, that's what you get."
They fall violently. When are you gonna do your next scribble contest, man?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, nobody wants to do it.
I'll do it.
Nobody wants to do it.
I'll suck at it, but I'll do it.
That's the whole point. The whole point is to just come and have fun. I was trying to get people to come and just everybody's so just they're on edge trying to figure out how they can get their YouTube channel to in some way, shape, or form make them a couple of pennies. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, why don't we just come on? We'll hang out and we'll play a game of Monopoly.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put my table flat. I'll put my drafting table flat. I'll throw a Monopoly board on there. Point the camera down. I'll move for you guys. Let's just bullshit and have fun. We'll drink or something.
Monopoly.
No, I gotta do something else.
Monopoly might not be the good one, man. That's a table flipper game.
You're not in the same room, so.
That's kind of a table flipping game, but no, dude, I've tried to like I have all these video games that I bought that are like party games, like people like for like multiple people to play and everything. I was like, let's just get on and just mess around, but you can't get. Well, part of it I think is scheduling, and part of that too is I think is everybody's like trying to maximize their time when they're on YouTube.
So you can't get people out of their own asses, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, it's
like I'll say, like you can, and the thing is, people, and especially us, like nerd people, right? We try to we'll go out, we'll buy games. I went out and bought this game called I don't know, Flip the Pig or some stupid crap, you know, trying to get my nieces and nephews and my kid, anybody interested in just playing a game and being off their phone.
Yeah.
And they don't want it. Dude. They don't want it.
I'm gonna tell you, man, them phones, man, they are addictions. But no, man, that's one of the reasons why okay.
I got a plane dive bombing me over here.
You got zeros coming in, man.
One of the two.
You got are you in the middle of the Pacific? You got zeros diving in on you? Which that's a movie I have to go see yet, Tom, is Midway. I haven't seen it yet. It was good. I have to see that. I have to see did you see the trailer for 19
watch Pearl Harbor is probably better.
Did you see 1917 the trailer for 1917?
I got to see that one, yeah.
That looks awesome. But yeah, but no, and then it's like that's one of the reasons why Chester Busby's doing that Dungeons and Dragons game on his channel, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do something. You know, let's just have fun. And you know, it's like I said, man, it's like I don't get me wrong. I would love for my channel to grow. But by the way, if you haven't, hit like, subscribe, and share, please. I would love for my channel to grow because it just means I can reach more people and everything. But I'm doing this because I think it's fun, you know, and I want to connect with other people and everything like that. And I think, you know, I think a lot of people they're trying to turn it into a business. Oh, I see some artwork back there.
What?
I see some artwork behind you.
Oh, I'm sure. It's unnerving me. You have me so zoomed in on your camera on the bottom right.
Yeah,
it's creeping me out. So I'm moving my camera back.
See, I did that because
I'm seeing my cavities in my teeth.
Yeah, you need to. I think you got a little bit of something stuck in there, man. But no, I did that because for the longest time, everybody that came on, all they were was the little icons, and nobody wanted to be seen on camera. So I was like, well, I'll just zoom it in right there and let everybody
That's
see
another
everything.
thing that pisses me off too. I'm like, what do you think you are? Do you think you're Zsa Zsa Gabor? Are you Cher? You got to be secretive about who you are. Like, come on.
Dude, I throw that thing out every show. I'm like, anybody who wants to come in and talk, man. I don't care who you are. Just be cool. Don't start any crap, and you can rap about anything. I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah, I let people go on my show. You start some crap, I don't care.
Joshua Higgins. I'm watching this on my phone. Damn kids. But
kids and their cell phone telephones.
Their cell phone telephones and their rap music and their. I forgot where I was going with that. That's the ultimate.
That's an old man, Rob.
That's an old man. That white in my beard
these days is be on their phone and eat ass. I don't get it.
I'm that white in my beard is not fake. But yeah. So anyway, I don't have a comic book review for this week, but Tom, you said you've got something.
I got a little bit of something. I ran back upstairs to get it before the show started.
Okay.
And when I did that, I found something that I got a couple weeks ago. Apparently, Antarctic Press, I think it was Antarctic Press. Is it? Must be Antarctic Press. Like, found a bunch of stuff in the warehouse and like not really reissued it, but it's like, hey, we got all this stuff, and it's like a bunch of Yeah, Antarctic Press, old like Warrior Nuns.
Oh, Warrior Nun Ariel.
Yeah, and yeah, a bunch of old ones with like alternate covers and that are signed by Ben Dunn and the rest for like $5 a pop. And I was like, sweet, yeah, I'll get them.
Are you talking about like trades for $5 a pop?
No, these are the original.
Oh, okay.
Original comics.
I was gonna say, it's like, damn, if it's trades for $5 a pop, that's holy crap. That's a real good. That's Ollie's deal.
Yeah, so it's a bunch. It's all like I said, alternative covers and autographed editions, and a lot of them have the. Let me see if I can. Yeah, with the like certificates of authenticity with them, and
we gotta get you a camera, man, so you can start holding some of that stuff up.
Wait a minute, are we waiting for him to never show what he's rifling through right now?
I'm waiting for him to tell me what he's looking at, so I can like go find a picture of it and put it up. Because he doesn't
describe said comic book.
Give me a second here. I got it. I got mine on. Got my camera on. Let's get this up here.
Oh God.
Get my face out of the way.
All right, hang on a minute. All right, hang on a minute, guys. I'm gonna have to do some finagling on the.
Gonna do some magic here.
Yeah. Let me see. So we can actually see what you're doing.
Just trying to figure out how I'm going to flip.
You got to back that up a little bit and raise it a little higher.
Oh,
there you. All right, there. Yeah.
Visually, I'm on an 8-second delay, so.
I got you, baby bird. Just give me a second. I'm gonna blow it up. I'm actually gonna make it so that you're not a little tiny square.
Well, look at that creepy pinky nail. Do you do cocaine?
That's Tom.
No, I just have naturally. Oh, there we go. I can see it now. Okay, yeah, I got Lilith there.
Like, I just love petting my dog, is what I.
Hey, cats and dogs love me.
Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah, it's like all these old comics and stuff. It's just
there. You are now like gigantic on the screen.
Oh God save
wow!
Yowie, wowie!
All these old ones right here. That's what they apparently found a bunch in the warehouse. And yeah, cool stuff. Here's one with like these certificates, the whole, oh yeah, this is authentic here in its plastic bag kind of thing. But yeah, but a bunch of old ones. So what these are like from late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, it was a pretty sweet deal. Got all them.
Who was the sexy nun character?
Oh, sexy nun, Warrior Nun Ariel.
Yeah,
that was one of Ben Dunn's early characters.
Yep. But
I am driving everybody insane right now with what I'm doing to the camera.
And this right here is what I got to read this week. So.
Oh, some kind of an Oni thing.
Saga.
Oh, okay. I've read some of that.
Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, I finally got around to. Let's see. How do I kill this picture?
You are so very yellow in this picture right now. It's literally like we gotta get you a camera, man.
And that viewer was so big you could see the mirror behind him and you could see the back of his head.
I'm trying to I actually had a screen set up where like if he ever like wanted to show something, but we never got a camera for him or anything, and the camera's not that great. So I just got rid of it. And now I'm like scrambling around like an old man, like a monkey doing a math problem trying to get this thing up here so people can see it. I apologize to every person that watched me go through my little friggin' seizure there. Joshua Hughes said, "Cool, Tom. He likes some of the stuff that you were looking at."
Thank you, Joshua. I like the stuff I was looking through.
Yeah, I actually like Antarctic Press, man.
Yeah, they got some good stuff.
I just did a review for Matthew Weldon's Punchline. That book is so cool, man. His art is just amazing. The things that guy can do, and the thing that like as someone who draws himself, and I look at that, I'm just like, half of me is like inspired, the other half wants to just take every piece of art supply I have and burn it. Because watching him, and the very first drawn and quartered he ever did, he's like drawn with a ballpoint pen, and I'm like, nobody should be that good. It's, but like I said in the review, if there's anybody that's like proof positive that you don't need a lot of expensive art supplies to be good at art, Matthew Weldon is it.
I know, but you know when you're little and you say like, okay, you're very young and you're very immature in in the way that you deal with things like that, and you start to you tear down other people as a defense to make yourself feel a little better, you know.
Yeah, let me get you over your record.
There's a reason people do that. It's because it works. So that's what I do consistently to everybody.
It's like, yeah, I'm threatened by your ability, so I have to destroy you.
See, fortunately, I grew up fat my entire life, so I'm pretty used to and quick with the comebacks and the insults. So I'm pretty good at tearing people down when I need to.
Yeah, I'm a little on the chunky side myself. So I'll tell you what, man. Like Tom will tell you, you got to surround yourself with friends that'll just tear you a new one, because it'll help you build that thick skin you need to get through life. Because I look at some of these people talking about like, needing safe spaces and stuff, and I was like, man, don't ever come around anybody that I know. You will not survive.
Oh yeah, I have nobody blocked on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
I've never taken away a wrench because somebody was talking trash. I never kicked anybody out of a stream or nothing like that. I mean, I don't understand how people can get to, adulthood and still be bothered by stuff like that.
I'm like, I was telling somebody the other day, is like, you hang around with my friends, you're not going to develop thick skin. You're going to develop armor. So I mean, if you can't handle it, it's like, if you can't give as good as you get, you need to take a hike. But it is 10 after 7, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I appreciate everybody coming on. John, like I said, man, you are welcome anytime you want to come on here and just talk about nothing. If you want to fake it through it with us. Also, guys, make sure you check out John's channel. That's Diller Draws. Dude, let me know when you're gonna do that contest again, man. I'll come on there. That was fun. Like coming on there and just coming on there and guessing.
The problem. I'm telling you, like, I'm not even bullshitting. The problem is I can't get artists to go on in any kind of a. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna. It's a show for fun. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go in and jump through hoops and make a spreadsheet for scheduling. You know what I mean? It's just you got some free time. Let's do it then. You know what I mean? I don't want to schedule it. I don't want to do like every this day at a certain time, because then it becomes work and it's not fun. You know?
Yeah, dude, I'm loving that Baby Yoda behind you, man.
Oh, that's not finished, but his hand is just flat green. But I gotta finish that. But it's coming out pretty good.
I'm loving that, dude. God dang it! I tried to white box you and I white box myself and it went infinite.
Oh shit. No, but like that got me there, dude. That when I saw that, I didn't think that I was a big Star Wars fan. I liked it, thought it was cool. But when I saw that Baby Yoda and his big oversized, and you could see the cloth because it was a real puppet, and it was all like a big burlap sack he was in. I was like, oh my god, I need that.
That's the thing that gets me, man. Is we see them producing stuff like that. You're like, why are you telling me you're not capable of doing better? Mm-hmm. I mean, you're doing a television show and it's better. Don't give me that crap. But Danforth, pull up flank, watch for Charlie in the trees.
I'm telling you, dude, these rich people that live next to me, this is like a little private airport. God, it pissed me off.
All right. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Thanks to everybody that was here today. Joshua, DonkeyBox15, that's a great name. Model 316, like I said, best friggin' line all day, man. Frank, thanks for being here. Flit Amarant, appreciate it, guys. And like I said, every time we do this stream, that link goes up, and anybody that wants to come in and just connect, man, and have some fun. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to get ready for playing some D&D so I can fail badly. And and then get ready for work. You guys have a great day, and thanks for being here. And we'll see you next stream.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care. See you later.